Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the overall market and what to expect for today. I'm also going to be sharing with y'all some stocks to watch for today, along with an update on the stock that I've mentioned in the last video. All right, so let's dive right into it right off the bat. We got the SPY, and in the last video, on Sunday's video, I told you guys that we will be chopping. The market will be chopping in no man's land. And no man's land in between these two white lines, and the range at which it's moving is not that big. It's not that favorable for swing traders and also for day traders because it's not moving much, right? It's making these little moves, and you can make about 20 to 25% on your money on the contracts, unless you catch a spike like early in the morning, like a certain stock, which I'm gonna show you in a minute. But right now, it's the SPY is testing 44.80. All right, I told you guys to set an alert right here below 4,500 and above 45.40. Right now, it's showing a lot of weakness, and it's not looking too good for anybody who is bullish or long bias. All right, looking at it from the 4-hour. It's right about to test that level. Now, will it hold? I don't know. Will it test, like really test? Will it actually drop all the way down? I'm expecting that. I had my suspicions yesterday, and right now it's opening a little bit lower, so watch out for that. All right, the VIX is also gapping up. Let's look at VIX. Yeah, so the VIX is also gapping up. It's making the turnaround right here. All right, so will we see a jump all the way up to $15 for the VIX? I wouldn't be surprised if we did so. Let's see on a daily chart if we got some. Okay, I don't see any gaps to fill on the left, but it could still run. But it could still run to $15. It could. So watch out for that. Be very cautious today. Don't be too in a rush to jump on a trade out the gates. Again, I don't do that. I allow some minutes to go by before I make a move. So watch closely. All right. Now, let's talk about a stock that I mentioned yesterday, LABU. I told you guys to watch this thing for a potential long. I give you specific instructions actually. So if you follow those instructions, you wouldn't have gotten caught to the long side. Maybe you would have shorted it to make some money on the downside right here. All right, I told you guys set an alert at 5.31 and wait for the bell to ring. Now it didn't even ring, and then it collapsed way below 5.1, which means that again the structure is invalid, right? And any long bias traders out here are no longer considering this for a long opportunity, because a clean structure is not. This doesn't happen with something that's clean. All right, and these individuals right here are the same one that get out of the structure right there. And right now we just need to wait for something else. So where's this thing going to go? I don't know. It's probably gonna go lower, or maybe even it's probably gonna chop lower until something else forms. But as of right now, I'm not looking at this one at all, because again, what I wanted to happen didn't happen. So it's not worth to look at for me. I'm still waiting on the new structure for this one. Now, one stock to look at for today, let's check out Apple. All right, and Apple right now is looking like, remember, Apple follows QQQ in the indices. And when I compare both structures, it seems to me that Apple is a lot stronger, and it's not down to where, it's not close to where the SPY is. Meaning the SPY is somewhere around here and is ready to retest this level right there. All right. And Apple is way up here, which means that there is a lot of room to drop for Apple. Like a 2.7% move down to drop to that level. If Apple decides to speed up and catch up to the indices, there could be a lot of money to be made to the short side on Apple. The long traders who got in right here are probably pissed, especially if they're hoping for a swing. So watch this one for a drop to test this specific level at 162.9. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. The 2.9% move today, I think, is a little too much. But just watch out for that. And set your alerts exactly where I set mine. At 187.19. Maybe set it even higher, like right below the pre-market low at below 187.75. Like right here. Alright. Just do this. And then wait for the bell to ring. And if there's some structures that show up in between, then there could be an easy trade short to the downside. Alright, so watch Apple for that one. The next one that we're gonna look at is Meta. And we're gonna check out Meta because Meta spiked for some reason right here, which I didn't read. All right, but the spike wasn't that surprising. We actually took a day trade. We took a day trade on Meta for one simple reason. I'm gonna change this thing to the 3-minute, and I'm gonna show you guys Discord. Perfect. All right, so Meta, this was the day trade that we took yesterday. It was showing in the ascending triangle, and we bought calls on this one at 3.65. Again, it's a Tuesday. I told you guys on the Tuesday the contracts are not that great, therefore the amount of money to be made on a trade isn't that big. We only made 25% on it. I bought at 9.52 right when it broke out of 2.99, and then I held until 10.14, where I sold them for $450 each per contract. Now let's go back to ThinkorSwim, and let's go back over here. So let's go to the 1-minute. That way we get more candles. So I got in right here. Again, a simple structure, which is things that you should be looking out for today specifically. We should be looking for bearish structures. This one right here, it broke out, and then we ended up getting out right here. Right when it rejected off the previous level of resistance where all of these shorts are. The price target that I had for it was, I think, 304. Yeah, the price target that I had for it was 304. It got there today pre-market. So what I'm expecting now is for a spike to 304 followed by a drop by Meta to catch up with everything else, to catch up with the overall market. So that's my thoughts on that one, and that is the end of the video. Again, don't forget to demolish the like button, the YouTube algorithm as always. Don't forget to subscribe, and again, to have early access to these videos, I release these videos from Monday to Friday, 15 to 20 minutes before the market opens. So you can click on the join button and click on morning videos to have early access to those. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community, you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, the trades that I take, the contracts, and all that. You can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you haven't followed me on social media yet, you can find me at NGumah and Patternology Lab on Instagram and on Twitter. And if you're interested in getting some free stock with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below to sign up. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.